Namaste and welcome to the Pi podcast.
Have you answered those questions?
Let's move on then to the other section. So we have the listening section.
We have two types of tests. We have the computer delivered version and the pen and paper test.
Try this pronunciation, sorry. Whoops, that's ironic. I mispronounced pronunciation. Rishi, you can read minds, you can read a room perfectly.
I do.
Can you read an arts exam perfectly, and how can you teach our students how to read an arts exam perfectly?
A reading module has three long passages, all right, and it comprises of 40 questions, and you only have 60 minutes to complete these three passages, which may be short at length sometimes, or could be very lengthy to comprehend and source the answers. So there are certain techniques that we would apply. For each passage, we have a different unique technique to apply. Perhaps if you have passage 1, it specifically requires you to put the technique called annotation. Anytime you see name, number, place, or resource-based information, then you would actually give it a unique identification. It could be a bracket or underline, or you could just put it into inverted commas, perhaps, if you want to remember that way. Another technique we would urge the students to imply is skim the passage, quick glance to a first and last line that will actually give you a heading to a passage, and look for the keyword from the question, and then you comprehend the answers. Not necessarily the answer may be relatively, the way it's been put across in the question is actually there in the passage. You need to comprehend what is actually the extract of the passages. So that's one technique to secure higher band score in terms of reading passage 1. Passage 2 may have a similar list of the heading questions, but this time it's not asking for the alphabet, it's asking for the statements sourcing from the passage. Right? Then you twist the same ideology over there. Now you go for first 3 lines and last 3 lines and keywords of the passage where you're able to secure 5 marks. And the list of headings could be more than the paragraphs, just to create a distraction technique over there.
I love to distract in arts, don't they?
Too much. Yes, English is exam takers are a little worried about when it comes to sourcing the answer, because to identify one particular answer, you will have to actually go through all the passages. And technically speaking, 1.5 minute is not sufficient for a passage to be comprehended. And mostly what happens with students is people who are not very well versed with physics, chemistry, biology, or anything related to aquatic life or marine or scientist, research-based product information, that actually blocks their mind. This is the reality, right? This is being taught everywhere. When you sit for an actual class for 3 hours, they teach you is like, unwind yourself, because letting go of what you already have in your mind is not easier, okay? Because this project or study of that material being given in the passage may not be making you comfortable, because your emotions are blocking you. That's why people are not able to source the answers. Only way to source the answer is like encourage them to show them the pictorial information about the passage. Make them write at least 20 vocabularies, like we recently started implementing that. So once a student is sourcing 20 vocabularies, make them write about past, present, future tense, what they can get out of it. Now relate that to the passage, and that's the best way to source the answers. Maybe sometimes it's very easier for us to say reading is very easy, but maybe a student is doing better than you as a trainer. Actually, they could teach you a lot. It's a lot to take away from students as well at times, right?